As per the previous video where we were discussing the advantages of using layers with XREFs as preparation for plotting, what we're going to look at now are layer states and how we can switch on a certain state of layers ready to plot with our drawing when we're using XREFs. Now I've got DWG XREFs loaded up, the topography and the footprint foundation like before, and I'm using layer states complete. If you want to follow along with the video, load up using layerstates.dwg from your working files. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the layers and setting layer states. To do that, I'm going to go to the Home tab on the ribbon, Layer Properties Manager, and then here's Layer States here. Now at the moment, all of the layers are on. None of them are frozen, and we're happy with that. So what I'm going to do is go to Layer States Manager here, and that'll start that up. Now at the moment, we don't actually have any layer states, so I click on New, and the new layer state name is going to be XREFs, and then we'll put dash, and then we'll put layers on. And what we'll put as a description is all layers thawed. Okay, because they're not frozen. I click on OK, and there it is there. So that's our layer state. So I can close that now. I've got that layer state in there any time. I can click and I can restore it whenever I want to. So all layers thawed, okay? So I close that now. If I go back to my XREF here now and go to Footprint Foundation and I freeze that layer and I go to Topography and I freeze that layer. And then I go back to all, and then what I'll do is I'll close the Layer Properties Manager. Notice any difference? I hope you do. What's happened there is you've lost your topography and also the footprint foundation. Now there are some extra little lines in there. You don't need to worry about those. They're throwbacks to a previous example. So we can delete those. And the good thing is because we froze those out, those extra lines can be deleted. But I can now go back to the Layer Properties Manager and go back to my Layer States Manager here. And I can now restore that. And you'll notice, oh, unreconciled new layers. What's happened there? So let's close the Layer Properties Manager. Everything's back. Now, obviously, we haven't reconciled those new layers yet. That's no problem. We can click on the link, Layer Properties Manager, and I'll just right-click, and we'll reconcile that layer, right-click, reconcile that layer, and job done. So that layer state is always there. So if ever I need to freeze a layer on an XREF, I can go here now, and I can go back to my Layer States Manager, and I can restore XREF layers on at any time. Now, obviously, you could revert to the inverse of that and have XREF layers off if you wanted to. That's no problem. You just set the settings in the Layer Properties Manager and then save another layer state. It's that easy. But these layer states are great. If you've got to manage 50 or 60 layers with XREFs each time you plot, set yourself a layer state. Then you don't have to go and go click, click, click and freeze all the layers that you need to freeze. Or click, click, click and actually thaw out all the layers you need to thaw. Utilize your Layer States Manager. It's a very underrated tool in AutoCAD and it's great when you're using layers in XREFs as you prepare to plot your drawings.